Okay, this is a full-fledged computer, desktop computer. Okay, there it is. Briefly, this is a hard drive within a laptop hard drive. Okay, connected in an adapter. Okay, in an enclosure. An enclosure is here. Okay, so this is the hard drive. This one is Dell Optiplex 3020. Okay, manufactured in 2013, somewhere there. Okay, in 2013. So it has two USB tools, this one and below. So there are two tools. It has 6 USBs. Okay, and a display port. Okay, and a display port now. Okay, now this is the USB tools. Okay, which are suitable for the slow items like the mouse and the keyboard, which are here. Okay, it's here, the mouse, and then two fastest speed, faster, higher speed USB 3s. Okay, these ones here. Okay, this is like a flash drive, the phone, so it is here. So this is for a chain for the flash drive so that it doesn't get lost or something. Okay, and then others. Okay, two others. So I have two USB cables in here. One is white and one is black. Okay, in which black is attached to a USB. An adapter for the hard drive enclosure. Okay, this is a laptop hard drive, and it is what is running the Windows. Okay, on which Windows is running. So this is a graphics card. So this is a graphics card where it has many other expansions, but unfortunately they are smaller. They are PCIe times 1, so they are only times 1 because it is a lower end. It's not 9 to 10, 9 to 20, 7 to 20, so it is the lower end, the lowest end, the 3020. Okay, so now this graphics card, we can take it out because we are not using it much. Okay, let's take it out by unclipping that button down below. This button here. This one is a push to the this is for the flash drive. Okay, it is down below. Down below, you can see it. Can you see it? Yes. So it is a push down. It is a push down. So we have to push it down. You have to push it down and to come up. I think it is pushed already. Okay. Now pushing it, we take it out. We take it out like that because it was already down. So it's not connected in the machine. Okay. Let's put it aside. Okay. So there it is. So this helps us to make it simple, to see how simple it is. So that is a flash drive. An SSD. Remember, this is plastic, so it has no problem with it if it falls in here. So this is an SSD. It has the same connector as the power connector. Remember, the one power connector, supposed two. So it is only one connected here, and there is another one which you can add here. This is the power connector, and this is the data connector which comes down into the motherboard. The same with these big ones, the 3.5. This is 2.5 inches, but it is an SSD, and this is 2.5 inches, is a spinning disk. Okay, a mechanical disk, and this is 3.5, which are four size for the computer, for the desktop. Okay, so that is the power supply. The power supply, I got a connector. This is 24 pin, the power supply. So you had a converter from 24 pins from the power supply. Remember, if it is 24 pins, you can reduce any number, because now, like, this motherboard uses only 6 pins, only, I mean 8 pins for the main board. Let me put this thing aside. Okay, for the main board, this one uses 8. Okay, so 8. So I have converted from 24 to 8. So I had to buy an extension which converts it to 8. And then the one for the CPU goes in here from the same power supply, from the power supply to the CPU. Where is it? It's right here. It has a clip. When you are removing it, you press this clip in here like this, okay, and take it out. Let me take it out because it's not connected in the body. Okay, this is how you take it. You take it out. That teeth will open, okay, and clipping it back in. The same thing, the same way. The same thing with the other one. This one, it has also a clip, okay, and this one for the hard drive power. So this one for this board, it gets the power. The hard drive will get the power from the motherboard. But if it is another this one, when it is a 24 power supply, it has a provision where it comes from the power supply direct. Like this one, it has an IDE connector, which you can connect 2 heads for the SATA power, for the hard drive power. Okay, they are redundant here. This one I bought it as a spare, which I can take it off, and it has one SATA connector, one for the hard drive and one IDE. One hard drive for the hard drive is hidden there, and another one for the hard drive. It is too much. It seems to be too much, but it is worth noting and seeing. Okay, it is hidden here. It is hidden here. Okay, so this power supply. So we have many options here. So we have IDE 4-pin connector, and then the SATA 4-pin connector. This one you can attach one which you can use for the hard drive, for the fan, for anything. From here you can get an attachment. Okay, online, you go online and you search IDE, or is it called what? You can find out. You can even take a picture and search by the picture. Remember how it is shaped. If it does not belong here, it will not enter that shape. It is like a key. Okay, and SATA also has a key. It will not enter if it does not belong here. Okay, so that is redundancy. There. Now this one instead, I bought this one. Okay, I connected it. I expanded it. You can expand these ones too. Okay, so that is all redundancy. There. These are cables, SATA cables, serial ATA, whatever, for hard drives. Okay, they are going here. And this one, I decided I'm getting the power from the I decided to get it from the motherboard because I'm testing. I'm loading it as much as I can. So I decided I did not use the power supply. I said in case I do not have that power supply which can draw more power and get the power directly to the hard drive. So I decided to get the power from the hard drive. So I got this one. It has two. I'm adding on that. Then I'm attaching this SSD. Okay, SSD, but seems it's dead, or there's something. It is not working. Maybe one is deactivating this. What? Oh, this one is okay, except the SATA cable, the data cable. This side, the third one. This, remember, it is a low end board. It has only three SATA drives, 3 SATA connectors, not 4. So it has only 3020. It has only 3. So this one is not working. So this SSD is not working. So you can take it off. You can do it. So it is running on this one. The Windows is running on this hard drive, the attached. Okay, and this is 2 hard drives. Full fledged is 18 terabytes. I'm loading it as much as I can. So I have attached 2 of them. with a power direct from the what? From the motherboard. I did not use that power from the power supply. So I want to find out, will it work? Can it work? So it is, and it is satisfying. It's really satisfying. So it is showing on the board, on the computer. So the TV on is on, the HDMI. So remember, I took out the graphics card. If I had the graphics card in, it has either have the HDMI or anything you can add on. All these are connectors. You get an adapter to what? You get an adapter just like this one, okay? Just like this one or many others, okay? So because I'm using one hand, so I will press it in. There is a button. Remember, this is display port. It has a button. There is a Kavera. Okay, there is a Kavera here. So I have to press that button. If I take it off, it will be standing up. Okay, so I will not. So you press it in order to remove it. So you plug it in there now. Okay, now this one here, the TV has gone off. I turn it on because that light is working on the TV. USB light. It is a USB light. Okay, with a USB extender. Okay, one USB from the TV into 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a light, this is a light. Okay, this is a good light. It can use any USB, whatever. Okay, any USB outlet. Now, okay, I've turned it on and it's on. Okay, now this is the fan. I was testing if red grease, because I researched and I found that red grease melts at 600 degrees or something like that, at least not less than 300. You can research not 300 degrees, but it is unlikely that this CPU will go beyond 100 degrees. So there's no likelihood of melting. And remember, liquid or something semi-liquid is better transfer of heat. So I used the heavy duty grease, which is the red grease, the heavy duty grease for machinery, for heavy machinery, which has a high melting temperature. So I'm using this fan. This fan, you can use either USB fan by using an extender or anything. This one, it had a provision. It is a 4 cable. Okay, it is a 4 wire, but this board has a 3 wire instead. Now the 3 wire, but I found these guys are very smart. Even if it is 3 wire, they provided it that even a 4 cable, a 4 wire something can work perfectly, and it has worked in fact perfectly. So it is only 4 pins on the board, but these ones are 4, and it works perfectly well. It connects perfectly well. You can see. Okay, so 3 SATAs, power for the hard drives. You can either use them or use that one in case you get the power which has the hard drive, the 24 power pin or something. Okay, the CPU, this one is here, the fan, and I put on these leads so that it does not get in contact. You can screw holes in them so that you just get just enough things to help you to sit here so that the fan can sit on. Okay, can sit on. So this is the fan. I sit here, and it works perfectly well. And even if it is not this one, you can get a USB fan, where you can get a small fan, USB, or as big as this one. It works perfectly well here. Okay, it works perfectly well. This is a big fan, so it works and it will dissipate the heat almost perfectly. So these are all options. I'm showing you options what you can do. So this is a full-fledged computer. Let's turn it on. Let's turn it on and see how it is, because the power supply is not connected. Remember, I could not show you when the power supply is connected. So I'm going to connect the power supply. This power supply is a 10, 15, 10, 20, and 20. So that is the switch. You can toggle that switch and switch it to 250 when you are in tropical countries or stuff like that. So it is a 15. Others are automatic. Whatever you connect, you do not have to toggle the switches. Okay, so this is the cable for the power supply. And So it's running. So it's running. Once the fans are running, it means it's running perfectly. I mean, it means the thing is working. So if it is working and the keyboard is working, the mouse is working, the keyboard, you can see capital lock. Okay, how to know that capital lock is working? The keyboard is working. You press the capitals. Capitals on, off, on, off. So off. You press again on, off. Or number lock. Number lock on. Numbers will stop functioning and numbers off. Okay, on, off. So that's how to know that because it has not many lights. So if you turn them on, if they are turned off like this, number off and capitals off. So how do you know? There's something wrong here. Maybe there is something that fell on the keyboard. Okay, all right. So how do you know that it is working? The keyboard is working. There's no way to know. So you can see that it is telling us. It is telling us that there is nothing here. So and there are many drives. We want to boot through which drive. So it is telling us those things. You can pause and what and read. Okay, but what you do is press F1 F1 and it will ignore everything. Okay, you press F1 and F1 again because it does not recognize the internal drive as the boot drive. Okay, now what you do is you press 5. I mean F2. F2 so that it will restart. When it is restarting, you press F2, it will bring those options. But because you know that the external hard drive is the one which is working, okay, the external hard drive is not one which is working. When it brings that one over there, okay, after pressing F2, you press escape so that it is restarts. You press escape, okay, and then when it is restarting, you press F12, F12, and F12. You keep pressing F12 when it is restarting, okay, so that it brings that. When it brings that, okay, now preparing one time, so it will, when it is starting, you press F12, so you see, so it is telling you, now then again, now here you press F1. F1, it will take you to the what? To the number of drives that it has, or to some drives that it has, so that you choose one. So there is this one WDC. Let's do this. You see that there is Western Digital 18 terabytes, okay, and another one 18 terabytes, and then USB storage. The USB storage one, you see 18 terabytes, Western Digital, WDC. This is Western because I know them. They are here, so it is seeing them. They are attached, but I have loaded it. You see, I have the two Western Digitals. This is only light. This is only light. It's working on TV again. Let me show you. It is on the back of the TV with a USB extender. Okay, let's go back to this. So it is showing you which one you use. Then you press the down button, down again. If you press up, so down, and you say okay, because it is this USB. This, remember, this hard drive is attached on the external, is working as an external. So you boot drive that one. You press okay. Okay, so I'm going to press OK and press failed or something. There's something wrong. Okay, there's something wrong, but your device failed. Okay, you select again. You by going press 1. Okay, then you press 1. Then hopefully it is going to start now. It is going. There you go. Press 1 again, or maybe press 1 again. It does what? Then press 2. Then you press escape, so that if it escapes again, Then when it's starting, you press, remember, you press, when it is starting, you press F12. 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 Tac, 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 F12, F12. Then it will come to show you F12. Okay. Okay. Now you are going to start. You press F1 here again on the keyboard. Okay. You again tell it, yes, I told you one hard disk, USB flash drive, whatever. You tell it again. Sometimes it has to memorize before it can reboot. But basically that is it. So maybe you interfered it and it is not well connected here. Maybe it is not well connected or something like that. Okay, so you have to check the connections. You have to tinker with the connections and try again. Because I'm sure this one is working and has been working. You remember it has been working. It has been on. So you have to check the connections here. Make sure it is well connected. Make sure here it is well connected and it is having a operating system, a legitimate operating system. Okay, and it is running well. So you make sure it is connected and you make sure that the thing is inside is plugged in well in this adapter. For example, this one is an adapter. I'm using one hand. Okay, I'm using one hand. And then you try again. You try again to press F1. Okay. Then F12. F12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Until Dell comes. If Dell comes, yeah. Okay. Now it is preparing. Okay. Now you press F1 because it has many fans failures. It does not have fans. No fan, CPU fan, no which fan, no fan. So it is not detecting any fan. And maybe it is because it is open air. So you say, you ignore, meaning press F1. Okay, then it brings you back to the hard drives it has in. You press again. Okay, there's something that I don't understand. When you're using external hard drives, many things can happen. But basically, that is it. Let me unplug and plug in again. Let me plug in, unplug and plug in. This is what you should do when you are using these things. This is what you should do. So you unplug, you plug them in and see. But it is working so hard. So the fan is running at full speed. But when it is starting, after starting, then it will cool down. Okay. So unplugging the hard drive will not work. So I'll have to escape. So I have to escape. Probably it's going to start here. Let me leave it and see. Okay, and escape again. Or F1 again. F2. Escape. Sometimes you have to start it several times before it remembers. When it brings that boot menu, you bring it down. Sometimes you have to tell it so that it can memorize. Maybe another thing to remember is that battery, CR2032, CR2032, that is the size of this battery. CR2032, that is the battery for the motherboard. Sometimes it is there. When it is there, dies, okay, it brings all sorts of problems. You have to be careful. If you have a multimeter, you can measure it. If you have a multimeter, you can measure it. Or if you have an LED light from a small torch from the street, okay, from a small flashlight, you can put one terminal here and in the back. If it fails, then again to the back, in the front and the back. One side is positive and another one negative. So if it lights, which means this one is good. If it doesn't light or dim or something, you know that this one is failed. So I don't have a multimeter right now, so I don't know whether it works or not. So you have to be careful that this light here bring all sorts of problems at starting. Okay, this light here, it can screw you, I mean, it can frustrate you up so much. Okay, so this is the buzzer. This one was 4 pins, but the 4 pins I cut them in the middle so that they can fit in here. So it has two in the middle which are blank, two in the middle were blank. So they are standing like wide legs. So I cut them. So sometimes you have to remove this, whatever, this CMOS battery. When you remove it, sometimes it corrects the problem. This one does not matter much. You can remove it when it is running. How? You simply unclick, okay, and you simply take it out and restart again. Sometimes it causes problems a lot. It lasts for a very long time, for many years, even 10 years, even 4 years, even how many, but you have to be careful now, okay? Restart again, and go down, up, storage device, start again, failure start, boot failure, press any key to reboot system. Okay, I pressed enter, you see, okay, no, so press any key, boot, F1, F2, escape, then when it restarts, you press F12. You tell it, Yuan, I want to use this drive. Remember, it is showing you 3. It is not showing you the SSD like I told you, because it is not working. The motor runs, but the power runs, but it does not do what. Okay, you press F1, go down and restart. So it has failed. So let's escape so that it goes away and start all over. So this is what we should do. Turn the cable out. How do you jump start? The jump start, it has some 2 buttons here. So we'll turn it off by jump starting. You have to get a screwdriver. Don't try this at home. So it has the switches. The switch, it has 2 buttons which you short together. You have to know which buttons you are working with. Okay, these ones, these 2. Because I do not have, if you have no switch, so you short these 2 here. Okay, these 2. Okay, and okay, you short these 2. Okay, it will show you that it is a power switch. Those first 2 switches, whatever is different, but it has 4 pins. You have to show them, only 2. So you need to use a screwdriver because it will not. Okay, and to restart it again. Again. Killed it. Okay, I made a mistake here, but I'm lucky. I shorted that thing and took it off. So this is because, holding a hand, holding it off, so it is functioning. I told you self-shadow when it's short of battery, something has blown. It must have blown a fuse somewhere at that switch, at the switch somewhere here. There is some fuses or whatever are very small, very, very tiny. So you don't know which one it has blown, but it has blown one of them. Okay, power switch. So that it has many connections, but it must have blown one of them. Okay, or something. If not, okay, okay. It has again come back, and the motherboard is fine. What it has blown, maybe hard drive, I don't know. Okay, it has failed, but let me put it inside. Let me remove it and put it inside and see whether it is going to solve. So booting is, if you interfere with the word, sometimes it can be a pain, a real pain. But once you have started, you have closed your thing, then everything is fine. Okay, and I turn it off. This never try it at home. Okay, and then take it backwards. Okay, the hard drive, take it out and pull it back. Okay, and turn it off, turn the power off. Okay, okay, and okay, okay, we have plugged it back. We have plugged it in, the hard drive, okay, which was external. Now we have put it inside, getting power from the board. Okay, getting power from the board to the what? To the drive. Power from the board to the drive direct. This is a spinning hard drive. Okay, this is a spinning hard drive. You can use that adapter to put in a solid state drive like this one, like that one. This one is solid state. It has no mechanical parts. Okay, it's only chips and the like. Okay, all right. Let's plug in the power cable again. Okay, it turns off. Starts again. Sometimes because it is internal, it is easier for it to boot from the internal drive without any hassle. Okay, let's wait and see. Fans not detected. Press reboot F1. F1 and press F1. Now boot drive. Press it again. F1. F2. Okay, because it is, remember, it is on set in legacy boot sequence. Boot sequence. Okay, boot sequence. UEFI. Maybe it was in UEFI because it's supposed to be in legacy. So if it is in legacy, and you start UEFI, it will not work. So let's try. It is in UEFI. Let's try it again.